All right. Are we on? Yes, we are. Dupont. I'm at the corner of Dupont and Spadina, of all places, for a quick check around in this block. I've filmed here before, but I ended up in this area again. I decided to, why not? Let's make a film out of it. There, the Dupont subway station. It's a pretty good one. This is probably the only subway station on this road, Dupont. Dupont is a hidden street in Toronto. It's always good to drive on it. Traffic's always reasonable on it compared to Bloor Street or Queen Street or something like that. So it's a good east way. I shouldn't be saying this because now everybody's going to drive on this. All of our million viewers are going to watch this video and they're going to clog this area. Hi. How are you, man? Anyway, here we are at Dupont subway. Narrow sidewalks, lots of new construction going on everywhere. I'm gonna check, I'm gonna walk a little bit and then come back. It's just like this kind of area. Very unique, very unique. A kind of a look back. Da, 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 da. Pretty windy day today. T-shirt weather, but because of the wind you need the jacket, but you don't need gloves. That's a good thing. You don't need gloves, so you're already past the stage. You know, you have sometimes you have to wear heavy gloves in the winter. Your fingers freeze. This guy's got a no trespassing sign. Some serious signage here, man. Serious signage. So here, I filmed here before when they were building these houses. Look at the mix of these two houses together. It is what it is. Yeah, once you don't have to wear gloves, you're ready, you know, here in the summer season. So this place is closed, this building. Empty building, and then they have a construction going on there. It looks kind of interesting. It looks like it's going to have cool balconies and stuff. Do a little bit of a filming of this 310 Dupont. It's an abandoned building. Kind of looks abandoned. It's got some lights on. And I don't know what the hell is going on. This is actually, I must say, some of the apartments on this condos, I guess, condos. Come on, film mission. Get your mind to the work here. Some of the condos on this street, let's not screw around here. They look pretty nice in terms of architecture and how they are with the balconies, and they look kind of funky. I like. Let's sneak inside here. What's going on? Wonder what's funny when you look at these buildings when they're under construction, and then you come back a couple of years later, and then you see them all built up. That's an interesting shot there. Look at that. That building is kind of interesting. Yeah. I think they're going to be going on next. You come back later and you see where you filmed the empty, kind of an empty spot. When it's all done, it's going to look completely different. That's what I like about these kind of films, because... all right, let's go before this guy with a tow truck runs us over. You come back and everything looks different. So you have the before and after. I like the idea of before and after. Even in hair and fashion photography, you always can do before and after. See how the models looked before. They were, you did their hair and makeup, and how they look afterwards when you took the picture. And sometimes the before picture looks better. And sometimes with these buildings, maybe the before area looked nicer. This guy's taking a lot of type N masonry cement, he says. That's what he's doing. A bit of filming the hustle and the bustle of the construction site on Dupont. Big film mission. All right. Oh, look, they're gutting that building too. Sooner or later. They took the roof right off. Huh. I wonder what they're gonna do. Kind of a cool cafe with a cool patio. All right. Cool patio is pretty loaded too. Pretty busy. Lots of people in there. Local coffee shop. Weather's cloudy. I hope the colors look good. This camera I find does better colors when it's sunny. You know, but we got a cloudy day with wind coming in. Dupont. All right, we'll walk till the stop sign. Make a quick short film of the area. They got the buses here. This street used to have trolley buses. Electric buses back in 1980s. 80s electric buses. They used to have wire on top. The whole thing was covered on wire and had like those sticks that would stick to the wire, and it was like, they were very slow electric buses. That's a cool spot too. And then what would happen is, around the corners, you know, you had to pass the buses, and it was like a driving, you had to constantly overtake the buses, and on a few bends and uphills, which this road has a few of, used to the buses, the wires used to come off. And then the guy had to come out and grab the wires with his hand and try to put it back on the electric wires, and it was a scene. It was a scene. But the Annette bus, we used to call it. It's like an interesting area too. Annette bus, we used to call it. And that used to be a slow bus. If you got stuck behind an Annette bus in heavy traffic, you were in for a long day's drive. And they took those buses out, and they took the electric, and all the street was covered into wires. So it was very 1980s Toronto. 1980s Toronto, like wires everywhere. I always say Toronto is a city of wires. You know, the whole place has, you see, most modern cities don't have this kind of wires hanging everywhere. And with the electric buses, they used to have even more. That looks kind of an interesting, it's like kind of an interesting area. I wonder when they're gonna tear this area apart. Sooner or later. Yeah, so this is I remember coming down when I first got my driver's license. I used to come driving on the street with buses, and you had to kind of arrange it so you could overtake the buses. Otherwise, you'd be stuck behind them for days. And that electric bus. Well, the traffic's heavy today. Yeah, wow. They've closed all the lanes on Gardner Expressway, so I guess that's what you get when you are closing the streets. Kind of cool. Kind of houses with a driveway. Is that a house? Perhaps, or a business. And this used to be an Indian restaurant. Still there? Yeah. I think it's an Indian restaurant. They've taken all the signage out of it. All right, here we go. Wow. Let's cross the street. How long is this film? Let me check the film. I want to keep the film around 15 minutes. 6 minutes. Wow, the yellow Porsche. Heavy traffic. You hear the rumble of the yellow Porsche. Well, it's a pretty good color, I guess, yeah? The red's overrated. The black is kind of like, I like the black, it'd be cool, right? It's boring. I think yellow is a good idea. I think, I saw somebody, I don't know, it was on the internet, so, you know, it was like a Porsche that was colored in a rusty colors. So the whole thing was, it looked like it was rusted out. I thought that was pretty cool. So it looked like driving a brand new Porsche, but it looks like all the body panels are rusted and stuff. It's kind of like, do you know what I'm talking about? So they put this plastic veneer on the car that you can change the color and patterns. And this thing was like, basically looked like it was like an old 70s car that was rusted, but you're driving a, you know, top of the line, first, whatever, 2025 Porsche, brand new, but it's all rusted looking. It's kind of like, kind of funny, kind of interesting. Kind of reminds me of people who buy expensive ripped jeans. Like if you're wearing an expensive, you know, ripped jeans, you buy like, I don't know what the expensive jeans are now. Like I'm a Levi's guy, I buy Levi's and try to be done with that. But if you buy expensive, I don't know, Jordache, Jordache was 70s and popular in the 80s. But I would say like, God, come on, you know, Louis Vuitton, yeah, fuck, let's say that. Louis Vuitton jeans that are ripped is the same shit. Like, you know, you want to pretend you're poor. You're making fun of the poor. Wearing ripped jeans, you're kind of making fun. It's like, hey, I'm buying a very expensive jeans that are ripped, but, you know, like an average person who buys, like me, a pair of jeans from Costco, and you put the phone in the back, and the next thing you know, you got a hole in the back pocket, and then you're, you know, got keys in the front pocket, and you got holes there, and you know, you're kneeling down to take pictures, and, you know, rubbing, and so you got holes in your knees, like, but you like the jeans, right? Sometimes you like the jeans because, you know, you buy jeans and it fits you, and you like the colors too. Like cheaper jeans, they're all blue, and once you wear them a few times a season, they start getting holes in them. So once they get holes in them, and the color fades, first the color fades. So when the color fades, it kind of looks nice. It fits, you know, it's not that dark blue denim color. It starts fading to, you know, a little bit of highlights of whites and stuff, so it looks cool. And what happens when the color fades, you got holes in them. Once you get holes in them, you really don't want the holes because, you know, who wants the holes in the rear pocket? The phone's falling out. You know, it just looks kind of messed up. But you like the jeans because the colors are good, right? So sometimes when you're buying like cheap jeans, they get holes in them after a year, you know. But some people want to be fancy and buy fancy jeans with holes already dug in them. You know, I've done that too. I'm not putting anybody down. I've done that too. It's kind of cool. But yeah, there we go. So having a Porsche with a rusted paneling on it, I think would be the same as ripped jeans. Everything matches in the world. Everything's similar to everything else sometimes. Look at this shot. So we're right across the street. I like this. I like this. I could do it before and after. So I guess this is in the middle of the progression of building, and that's looking west on Dupont. There's already white condo there, and these are probably going to be condoed up in about a year or so. Like they have to be, right? Yeah, they have to be. Like this thing is being gutted out. Wow. They're not tearing this down and they're rebuilding it. Whoa. This is going to be a cool building, this one. I don't know if I want to live right across this street, but you are close to Dupont subway, which is good. But Dupont subway is no trespassing. Dupont subway is kind of a go nowhere subway, right? Unless you're going north. But I don't know if anybody goes north on Dupont subway on line 1. He goes to York University. Well, I guess, wow, you know, what am I talking about? If you rent your stuff to students at York University, you can jump on the subway. Maybe that's good. Maybe that's good. Just because I don't go to York University, which doesn't have a very good reputation. I did go there, but I don't want to mention that. Can you imagine you spend all your life working hard and going to a university? Cool balconies there, huh? I like those balconies. Really cool. Nice and cozy. Spend all your time working hard, go to a university, and you know, you get the degree and come out, and the next thing your university goes funny. Like a lot of universities in the States, you know, plagiarism and this and that, and a lot of protests in universities. We don't want to talk about what kind of protests, but what happens is, you know, your university starts getting a bad name, right? You get a bad rep, and then you're stuck with this. You know, kind of be like, look, you even have a seat here. If you want to get tired, you can have a nice, friendly chair here in this neighborhood. It's a very interesting neighborhood, friendly neighborhood. And look this way on this construction. Beautiful. Dupont Street in Toronto. Shoppers Drug Mart. Not one of my favorite stores at all. I don't like many things about that store. I just don't like many things. One of the things I don't like about that store during the pandemic, if you wanted to buy some, you know, hand sanitizer or anything of that sort, cleaning supplies, they had zero cleaning supplies at all. And I thought that was kind of weird for a major store. They didn't have any of that. And when you go in there, this guy got a lot of stickers. Let's see, let's check out STP. One of my favorite stickers there, STP. Ontario Parks, things happen. Yeah, it's got lots of stickers and all that. Yeah, and I also don't like the fact that they're supposed to be a health food store of some sort because they're selling, I guess, drugs, But they are also selling the whole aisles and aisles of junk food. Basically, they're a junk food store. You know, designed as, yeah, I just don't like the whole atmosphere of that store. Yeah, try to avoid it if possible. And they also sell kind of overpriced, convenient food, but not one of my favorite stores. You know. There you go. That's the corner. I'm going to end the film here. We're back on that. So we started. So we walked on that side of the street and came back this side. Modern Laundry. All right. Thanks for watching this film here. Corner of Dupont and Spadina. All right. Thanks, everybody. I'll catch you in the next film.